on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, man. So it looked like the Browns has some leaks in the organization. Yes, and we're going to jump right into this video right here, man. So if you guys don't know, which I know a lot of y'all do, Shedeur Sanders is currently battling it out with Deshaun Watson. Now, I'm not going to waste any time. We finna jump right into this, man. Shedeur Sanders will start more games. Browns announcer make bold prediction of Cleveland's quarterback one battle. Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders is currently engaged in one of the most intriguing quarterback one battles in the league with veteran Deshaun Watson. Now, Browns insider makes a bold prediction. Shedeur Sanders claimed during Friday's segment of the Rich Eisen show, Browns announcer Andrew Silicone predicted that Sanders and Watson will share playing time, but the former Colorado quarterback would start more games next year. Now, if you guys don't know who this guy is, Andrew, which I know all Cleveland Brown fans do, that's this guy right here, the little short guy that be interviewing all the Browns players. This guy right here is the guy that made this bold prediction. Now, I never knew that he worked on the Rich Eisen show as well. Let's listen to Andrew interview NFL Hall of Famer, former Cleveland Brown, Joe Thomas, wrote a
Sure.
All right, so for those who don't know, and Joe obviously does, I do the play-by-play for the Browns, and Joe is there with our good friend and amazing broadcaster in his own right, Chris Rose, doing the preseason TV for your Cleveland Browns locally. We have 3 games this year, one of which, by the way, well, of course, there are 3 games in the preseason, but only 2 for you guys because one of them is going to be an Amazon Prime game. Browns and your Patriots, week 3 of the preseason, a primetime affair. Joe Brockman asked me earlier, who starts more games this year? Deshaun or Shedeur?
Mm-hmm.
You want to take a swing at that?
That's obviously the question everybody in Cleveland is looking to find the answer to. I think coming out of the offseason, it seems like Deshaun Watson is probably going to be the guy going into training camp as the starter. He looks pretty healthy coming off that Achilles tear that he had. And I think the experience that he has playing football, the arm looks like it's still there. The legs look like they've come back. And that's one thing Shedeur doesn't exactly bring you right now is the ability to scramble. He's not exceptional at using his legs to get a first down, although he is very good at scrambling to make plays to be able to throw the football. I think Deshaun right now just gives that offense a little bit more versatility to be able to open things up and be more dynamic. And I think he'll probably be the guy. If I had to bet who's going to start more games this season for the Browns, it would be Deshaun.
It's funny. I went the other way, and I don't know that we know.
Now, many people was calling Joe Thomas a hater for this take right here. That's his opinion. If he feels as if Shedeur will not start more games, that's his opinion. Now, this is Andrew. We know Andrew is there. Andrew is very connected to the Haslam. He's hired by him. They're his boss. Listen to what Andrew is about to say when it comes to who will start more games, because that's the question everybody want to know. I want to know. You want to know. Everybody want to know who will start more games. This is why you have to get back to the basics with the Browns. That is reporting accurate, credible news. This right here, what he about to say, is accurate, credible news. If you guys ain't subscribed, you tripping. That's all I'm going to say. Let's hit the play button.
Well, I don't know that Todd Monken knows. I don't know that there is a right answer here. I think eventually you got to get to a point where, and listen, they may win games with Deshaun. The defense, I think, is still going to be good. I know it's still going to be good. The question is how good. Like, can they actually carry a team good? And the last 2 years, as good as they were, the offense was only scoring 16 points a game, so no defense is that good. Eventually, you have to turn to the younger guy because the core now is so young. But if Deshaun plays well, to your point, let's say he wins the job and he plays well, you're not going to bench him just for the sake of youth. So it's can he win the job and how well can he actually play? And being out there last week for minicamp, look, they both at times look really good. For both of them, it just comes down to consistency. And you know this, like they're in pajamas. It's a glorified passing camp. It's mini camp. They're in shorts. Like there are no pads. Like you can get a feel, I think, for quarterback play, but you can't get a feel for the line. You can't get a feel for what that defense is truly doing against you until you get to to camp. And I think people were upset because Todd Monken had kind of said that I want to have my guy in place at the end of minicamp. But there's no game on June 11th. Like, don't you think healthy competition is a good thing for training camp, even if it's at quarterback?
Yeah, definitely competition is always a good thing. I think Todd's words were more to the line of, we want to have a clear starter going in so we know how reps are going to be split up to begin training camp, so that all the guys that are going to be working around him, they know who the person is that is going to be under center that they're going to work with. They know the guy that's going to be calling the plays. The receivers have a chance to get ready and prepared for working with Deshaun, because I think it is good knowing at that position at least what the depth chart looks like. And that's not to say it doesn't change in week 2, week 3, week 4, or as they play preseason games. But I think just having some certainty, so it's not a question that everybody's getting asked every single week. And that's the challenge for those other positions, right? Because when you're a receiver, when you're a tackle, when you're a running back, you want to focus on getting yourself better and being the best version of yourself so you can help your teammates. And if everybody's always asking you, who's looking better? Who's number one? Who's taking more reps? What's going on at the quarterback position? It just puts an extra layer of burden on you as you're trying to figure out your fit within that offense. And so I think Todd just wanted to be able to say, hey, we're going to name who's first, who's second. We'll split up the reps, give everybody certainty. And then the competition happens within that structure, which I think gives everybody just a little bit more calm and stability in training camp, where their meat of the work for the season prep is going to happen. Because as you mentioned, those guys are out there in pajamas right now. They're not even allowed to get close and sniff each other anymore. At least when I was playing, we would wear pajamas, but we actually hit each other. So I actually would rather wear shoulder pads back when we used to do OTAs and mini camps, because at least my shoulders were protected because the contact was the same. So it's a lot different. Training camp is where you're getting all your work. And I think the rest of that team deserves to know who's first, who's second right now. And then they can split the reps up where Shedeur is going to get probably some of those first team reps to give him an opportunity to work with that first offense. And then they can find out with true competition who's looking the best. And then maybe after a week or two, they might make a switch depending on how those guys are both playing.
Talking to the great Joe Thomas, the Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. By the way, I just texted you accidentally. I meant to text Brockman. My apologies if that makes
Hopefully it's
sense.
Not a picture I don't need to see.
No, nothing like that. But if you look at your phone later and go like, what is he talking about? It meant for Brockman. My apologies.
I appreciate it.
But let's go there, actually, because he and I were discussing something else. In your backyard in the NFC North, you're in Wisconsin, so we'll call the NFC North your backyard. The other, I guess you could say, real competition. There are other quarterback questions like, can Penix get back, and what does Kevin do with both Penix and Tua if they're both healthy? Who knows? But
now, y'all know they love Kevin Stefanski, and they gonna do everything in their powers to keep Kevin relevant. Now, I have not done Kevin Stefanski content, but I might bring it back during training camp. But get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this, man. Keep them Bills on. And until next time, dog, shake the haters off and be sure to subscribe to the channel, bro. That's all I ask. It costs you nothing to get the news, bro. Not a bunch of clickbait stuff. Not this is viral and all of these brutally honest and just told the shocking truth. Set the record straight. All titles I've created. The grandfather of all of those titles. But sometimes there become a place in time to where we got to retire those titles and be real creators and bring you guys some substance. See, when I created a lot of those titles that is currently still being used in this genre, that was so my channel could take off. Now, we got to put those titles to bed because a lot of those titles are substance that is not worthy enough of news. I'll be honest, a lot of those titles is to get clicks. So be sure to, make sure you analyze the data when you're clicking on the content so you can get accurate news. Until next time, man, shake the damn haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace.